Welcome to Mocs News. We've got some pretty talented Mocs who don't mind showing it off, and a recent discovery you might find rather interesting.
There's a lot happening here in the Tennessee Valley, and we're excited to talk all about it.
I'm Lillian Simcox.
And I'm Cassandra Castillo. Your news starts now.
The loss of former Georgia offensive lineman Devin Willock and recruiting analyst Chandler LaCroix has shaken the hearts of many Americans. A great win for the Georgia Bulldog quickly turned into a grief and sadness after a fatal wreck occurred in the early morning hours last Sunday at 2:45 in Athens, Georgia. Recruiter LaCroix was the driver of the car who died in the long after being taken to the hospital, while lineman Willock died at the scene of the accident. It appears that the Ford Expedition driver sliced a power pole and the utility pole in half before it hit the tree, causing the vehicle to spin out of control. The two others involved, Warren McClellan, who just announced he will enter the NFL draft, suffered minor injuries, while Georgia staff, Victoria Bowles, was hospitalized for multiple more serious injuries. According to the Associated Press, not wearing seatbelts and excessive speed were leading factors to this tragedy. It is also unclear whether drugs or alcohol played a part in this ongoing investigation. Our hearts go out to their friends and family.
Alabama basketball player Darius Miles was charged with capital murder in the case of a 23-year-old mother after she refused advances from a friend of Miles's. Darius supplied the gun while his friend Michael Davis was the shooter. Both Miles and Davis are being held without bail. Needless to say, Miles' scholarship was rescinded and he has been kicked off of the Alabama basketball team.
This past week, a nonprofit organization engaging communities hosted a workshop that helped congregations support older adults, people affected with Alzheimer's, and their caregivers. Timothy McCurry has the story.
Answering the Call was held at First Centenary United Methodist Church. Several conferences were held in the church which covered different aspects of helping people with dementia through faith and practical means. The conferences ranged from how to care for dementia-affected elders, the legal issues tied with aging, and even how to help elders prevent financial fraud. Project manager of Engaging Communities, Stephanie Blame, discussed what she hoped the event would achieve for the local community.
So ideally, we would be able to provide resources for caregivers, and if not resources, we just provide a person for these caregivers to come to talk to, and eventually make relationships with others that can provide them the care that they need.
Reverend Al Bowles thinks that holding the event near UTC was a good idea.
UTC Nursing School, part of UTC, has been very helpful. They have been very gracious, and they have worked very hard to put together a program that the church and the state and the community can work on. And we're very fortunate to have UTC in our area and our community.
If you are interested in engaging communities and want to attend their next events, be sure to visit their website at utc.edu/engaging.
A renowned activist, writer, and professor is coming to the UTC campus as part of the MLK celebration. Angela Davis is the author of 10 books and has lectured around the world. Her focus is on the range of social problems created by the incarceration of those most affected by poverty and racial discrimination. Davis was an activist during the 60s and 70s. Her noontime speech on Tuesday is a sellout, but overflow accommodations are being made. We will share the details as soon as they become public.
Stacy Town Center now has a new look, and it's the work of the students. The center is now called the Aviary. It's designed to be a gathering place for the students to work, play, and relax. Interior architecture students took this on as a class project. The winners got to work with professionals both on and off campus to complete the conversion, which debuted at the beginning of the semester.
Once in a lifetime opportunity to be a part of and to have made a mark quite literally at UTC is just a real humbling experience for both of us.
All we wanted to do was create a landing spot for students once they relaunched from home. That was really all we wanted to do, and everyone here helped us do that. So here's another landing pad for the students at UTC. So thank you, and again, everyone, enjoy it. Thank you.
You can see all of the designs outside in the hallway. More projects are underway across campus.
The Associated Press has reported the discovery of the world's oldest runestone. On Tuesday, archaeologists from Norway unveiled their new discovery from finding the foot-long piece of sandstone in 2021. In their report, they detailed the runestone being up to 2,000 years old. The inscription was found at an ancient burial site dating back to the Iron Age, written in a precursor language before that of Old Norse. The runes likely spell the name of the individual buried at the site. Due to the age of the language, experts are still debating the inscription's exact meaning and pronunciation. Well, the wind about took me out yesterday, and I hear I may need an umbrella over the weekend.
But will it be hot or cold? Here's our Leonardo Vega with the answer.
Folks, it may be January, but things are already heating up. After a big cold snap over winter break, the weather is looking sunny and warm. Tomorrow, we could see highs in the low 50s with partly sunny conditions. However, on Sunday, we could see rain and slightly colder temperatures. Over the next week, we'll see rain on Tuesday and Wednesday, but the shine will return on Thursday and last through next weekend. Cassandra and Lillian, back to you.
With the playoffs in full swing, let's bring it home to our Frankie Bolognani.
I bring great news as wildcard weekend is over and the playoffs are officially underway. We saw plenty of upsets last week, including the Jaguars over the Chargers and the Giants over the Vikings. Speaking of playoffs, what about Brock Purdy? The 49ers quarterback was drafted dead last in the 2022 draft and is already making a name for himself by developing into the best day 3 quarterback since Tom Brady. In the NBA, we're seeing records being broken such as Nikola Jokic becoming the Nuggets' all-time assist leader, as well as LeBron James inching closer and closer to the all-time scoring record. Barring injury, it is safe to say the record will inevitably be broken by LeBron. In Mocs news, 41 Mocs athletes were named SoCon Academic All-Conference honorees, including a whopping 13 from football. Congratulations to all those listed. Lastly, Mocs Indoor Track opens their season today at Samford. The meet started earlier at 11 a.m., but is not expected to conclude until roughly 5:30 p.m. Good luck, Mocs. Lillian and Cassandra, back to you.
Did you get to show your talent at the McKenzie Arena Wednesday night? Well, 5 of your fellow Mocs put on quite a show. Stephen Thomas, Isaiah Southern, Cheyenne Privet, Kea Hoyos, and the last contestant, Jamie Traylor, who is in the lead right now, are up for voting today until 3 p.m. The 2 finalists will perform at the men's basketball game on January 25th, and the winner will be granted $500. You can vote by going to the Nuga Nation page on Instagram or the Chattanooga Athletics Department on Facebook. All you have to do is like, comment, or share with your friends to vote. We wish them the best of luck.
This past Monday, an event celebrating MLK's birthday occurred on the streets of MLK Boulevard. The parade had multiple hosts that include the NAACP, UTC Worker Union, and additional union, UTC's fraternities and sororities, and the Mayor Tim Kelly, along with the city councils. Howard High School's marching band performed as the part of the parade. This event certainly promoted unity in Chattanooga.
That's this edition of Mocs News. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to keep up with us on our Facebook page.
We're also on Twitter and YouTube. Have a good weekend!